China may be developing artificial intelligence, but it is hindered by one thing: its need for control.
Have you been to a tech fair recently? If you had visited an exhibition hall at a tech fair in China, then you would have met these tiny humanoid robots that take small, clumsy steps. And you would be surprised if you knew what purpose they had been used in China. AI has taken the world by storm, and we hear new advancements in AI and robotics every day. Recently, China created a breakthrough in the field of fully autonomous humanoid robots with speed and precision that had never been seen before. The Astribot S1, a revolutionary humanoid robot, has raised China's robotics sector to new heights. This autonomous creation from Stardust Intelligence sets new benchmarks in performance, accuracy, and speed. Its remarkably human-like capabilities, such as the ability to move at a maximum speed of 10 ms and carry a weight of 10 kilograms for each arm, are predicted to revolutionize numerous industries. The small humanoid robots we mentioned earlier show the research and development in China's robotic industry. The tiny robots appear a bit clumsy at first glance, and they're very different from the anthropomorphically perfected androids seen in sci-fi movies like Transformers or iRobot. But these clumsy minions should not be underestimated. The 25 kg robots feature full body controls and 30-degree mobility. They can also grab objects and are capable of communicating in sign language. They're also developing a new type that can make facial expressions that mimic humans, such as smiling and blinking. So, can you guess what purpose these clumsy humanoid minions are used for in China? The company that created them, Fairy Humanoid Tech, sees their future mainly in the homes of older adults, offering them much-needed assistance and companionship. But why do they prefer robots over human caretakers in a highly populated place like China? China is the second largest country in the world, behind India, with a population of around 1.42 billion people. And if it puzzles you why they've turned to robots to take care of their older adults, then the answer lies in demographics. China's population is declining, and it has now stepped down from being the world's most populated country. The aggressive one-child policy has given results, but it came with an unexpected byproduct. China is left with an aging population. China's working-age population is shrinking as a share of the country's total population. A shrinking work-age ratio means fewer people have to support a larger share of the population, even as the country's overall population declines. China's total population fell by more than 2 million compared to the previous year, reaching 1.41 billion in 2023. This was a much larger decline than the 850,000 fewer people in 2022, the first such reduction in the nation's population since the 1960s. The proportion of the population in mainland China between the ages of 16 and 59 fell to 61.3% last year from 62% the year before. As lifespans rise and fewer individuals have children, the nation is aging quickly. Despite Beijing's attempts over the past 10 years to begin lifting the one-child limit on households, the number of births has decreased. A shrinking working-age population, along with deep shifts in the labor supply-demand dynamics, are making the country embrace new technologies, from automation and robotics to digitalization and AI. Without these technologies, China wouldn't be able to meet its labor needs and raise productivity while saving on costs. Did you know that mainland China's total population of people aged 16 to 59 in 2023 was 861.81 million? This was more than double the size of the entire US population, which was 334.9 million. According to the most recent data from the World Bank, which uses a wider working age range of 15 to 64, the segment's percentage of China's population decreased to 69% in 2022, from 69.2% the previous year. Compared to 2018, the percentage had crossed 70%. In 2022, China's working-age population ratio was higher than that of Japan, the United States, and Vietnam, despite the fall. India's share was 67.8% of the total population, up from 67.5% the previous year. The country's aging population poses a serious danger to the country's long-term development goals by weakening Beijing's strategic goals for the next 10 years, which include increasing domestic consumption and taming spiraling debt. Concerns regarding China's population decline grew after the population fell in a second consecutive year, brought on by a record low birth rate and a surge in COVID-19 death tolls. The 1.4 billion people who live in the second largest economy in the world will age past the prime age for spending, affecting local consumption. In simple words, they are elderly people who won't go out frequently and won't spend their money on food, clothes, or other widely consumable things other than healthcare. On top of that, in the coming 10 years, around 300 million people aged 50 to 60, which is almost equal to the entire population of the United States, will leave China's workforce. This makes things challenging when China's pension budgets are already stretched. It is said that the state-run Chinese Academy of Sciences sees the pension system running out of money by 2035. This is a grim situation for a thriving economy with huge plans. So, now can you guys understand why China is heavily investing in robotics, automation, and AI? It's simple: to compensate for the aging population, which cannot work. Not only China, but Japan is also facing a similar aging population, and like China, the country's robotic revolution has the same purpose: to compensate for the aging population. Robots can compensate for labor shortages, improve stability and decrease the defective rate of repetitive mechanical work, reduce economic losses by improving production safety, and create higher productivity through high-tech features. China's recent announcement to mass-produce humanoid robots by 2025 may seem like the beginning of a dystopian sci-fi movie. For China, industrial robots are the key element of China's ambition to become a high-tech manufacturer. For instance, it's a Made in China 2025 policy. Also, they're absolutely needed to bypass the effect of China's lack of labor in the manufacturing sector. The interest in robots comes from the very top. President Xi Jinping, in a speech to the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences in 2014, emphasized a robot revolution to transform China's manufacturing. More recently, during his visit to the Shanghai Futures Exchanges in December 2023, he asked one robot company executive if it would be possible to speak with a humanoid robot on display. Whether or not humanoid robots can converse with humans in the future, China is counting on industrial robots to transform its factories and offset the limited availability of labor resources. A study by the IMF found that increases of robot density in manufacturing resulted in not only greater productivity, but also local gains in employment and wages. This is similar in East Asian countries like Japan, South Korea, and China, where population decline and the demand for higher productivity creates a huge demand for industrial robots over the next decade. Do you know that China has 12.5 times more robots in its workforce than industry experts predicted? It is expected that in a matter of time, Chinese robotics companies will catch up to leading-edge technology and become the world's largest robotics market. This is why we're seeing those clumsy minion humanoid robots we mentioned at the beginning of the video that roam around the floors of Chinese tech fair exhibition halls. Companies that manufacture these humanoid robots have a great prospect and will boom in the next 10 years. Humanoid robot developers in China have multiplied in recent years as the country has set its sights on technological innovations and high-end manufacturing amid a growing trade and tech rivalry with the United States. As Chinese society ages quickly and its workforce shrinks, human-like robots that are incredibly versatile when using tools made by humans and can also feel human emotions are expected to fill the care gap for older people and help make up for the demographic dividend that the country once enjoyed. According to the latest report, the humanoid robot sector in China entered a period of explosive growth last year, seeing an industry size of $539 million, or 85.7% larger than the year prior. This represents a new high ground in the global scientific and technological competition. It is expected that China's industry will continue to grow at an alarming pace and will be valued at more than 20 billion yuan by 2026. The bottom line is that the world's second and third largest economies, China and Japan, have relied on their large workforces to drive economic growth over the past few decades. Both countries now face the challenges of an aging population and a shrinking workforce. These trends have led to a twofold issue: social systems burdened with elder care and factories that need laborers. To address these challenges, China and Japan have turned to automation, but their approaches are totally different. Want to know how Japan is dealing with this aging population? Let us know in the comments. Also, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it entertaining, then don't forget to hit like and also subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you never miss any future content from us.